on the grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
Hello and welcome to Season 14, Round 12 of Wheel to Wheel Racing. Tonight we have our Division 2 drivers tackle the fictional high-speed ring at Gran Turismo. And it's going to be a wet and wild one tonight, but joining me in the commentary box tonight is my good friend. What's your name?
Almonds, mate.
Almonds. Yeah.
No, thanks very much, Gate. It's a pleasure to be here, and I don't know if I'm more privileged to actually see these Div 2 races or actually be honoured to have your presence in the commentary box with me tonight.
Oh, well, thanks, mate. And it's not just a two-man show. We also have Mr. Herbal Green Tea on visuals.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on again. Yeah, it's like Almond said, it's good to be in the room and see everything firsthand. So yeah, let's see what happens. All
right. Well, without further ado, we might kick off a bit of qualifying and see what these guys get up to. So, Almonds, it is a two-race round tonight. So we do have a bit of rain in the first race. What do you think will be the strategies, mate?
She'll be wet for sure. And I think, honestly, someone who can stay nice and calm for the whole race and not try and overdrive the car should do pretty well. But there's probably a couple of really fast cars that have a bit of an advantage out there tonight, but one being that Lamborghini. But, you know, how the other guys actually track that down is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of interesting configurations here as well via cars. We've got a couple of four-wheel drive cars running around, mostly rear wheel, but yeah, the four-wheel drive cars here are really going to do well naturally in the wet. But starting us off through the grid, we've got Mr. MCDC driving for Hybrid Ags, Drive 25 Sim Racing, and then behind him we've got Palmer in the Scuderia Quadrifoglio Porsche.
Following him, we've got Mid there in the old Scuderia Mustang. He's actually running around in. And yeah. Mid was actually following him, and Midruski's actually running also in the Mustang as well. So it'll be quite interesting to see how they go.
Yeah, and then behind him, I think we've got Palmer. We've mentioned him, sorry. ZD in the AMS Excavations Damn Hexagons McLaren there. And then behind him, we've got Troy in the Hybrid Ag Drive 25 Sim Sports Nissan.
Then we've got, well, I was going to say Packer, but we've had Lucky's jumped in front of him in the, I think that's the Volkswagen.
Yep.
He's running around it. So that'll be an interesting little rocket to get around here. And then we've got CS Packer from Damn Hexagons in the Honda NSX.
Yeah. Then behind him, we've got Broken Spoke in the 180 Embroidery Team Dodgy Racing Alfa Romeo. And then behind him, we've got the last of the Fangit Racing drivers in the Mercedes.
Then we've got Youth Frolic Straw in his Chevy Corvette for Future Studios Racing. And then a good old friend of mine in the little Ferrari Group 4 Baker Boy representing TDR, which will be interesting to see how he goes tonight. I know he's complaining he didn't have a clean TDR shirt to race with tonight, but I'm sure he'll make do.
And then rounding off the field, last but not least, we've got Pagani in the Future Studios Racing Hurricane there. So, that's everyone. And what kind of times do you think we'll be seeing at this high-speed ring in this these conditions?
In the wet, I feel that you probably should be able to crank around to 122 to 123. I know there's a couple of lower div guys in Div 3 probably will struggle to get down to a 122, but these guys, I'd like to see them at least get to a 122. It'd be great to see.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult kind of track this. It kind of goes against everything you kind of know about racing with the high lines around some of these corners. But the guy in provisional pole at the moment is ZD with a 22.3 off the bat. That is a cracking time in that McLaren. I think he should be pretty proud of that.
Definitely a really quick time. Just to be first up, we've got Pagani, who's going to come across the line next. Very interesting to see what he can do. What's he come up with?
Oh,
Well, he's come in second with a 123.4, so he's still got a bit of work to do. So ZD flying along, and two arch nemesis in both of those cars. So,
yeah.
Always got some good racing when they get together.
But ZD putting his cards on the table straight off the bat with a low 22. That is a bit of a statement this early on. But yeah, wonder if we'll see any other improvements. We've got, I think this one will be our last lap for everybody. So we've got him coming around again to the line. We've got Macca leading the way. He comes up to second, the 23.2.
Lovely lap. Palmer's come in 124. Troy's with a 123.1.
Yeah, straight into second.
Interesting to see this track is obviously we've got the notorious turn number 2. Everyone's been warned well and truly about wall riding this week, so I'm sure there'll be a few people out there keeping a close eye out there.
Yeah, very strict measures have been brought out in the announcements during the week about that.
Definitely. While we've been talking, Pagani's just jumped in with the 122.9 there and into second spot. So split the pack.
Yeah, very solid lap there from Pagani. But I think that might round everyone up for qualifying there. Yeah, so a little bit of a mix-up, but the normal people are at the top in the way of ZD, Pagani, Troy, Macca. I think they've kind of done pretty well straight off the bat, and also Drive 25 Sim Sports will be happy with a third and fourth. I think this early on.
Good representation up there, and it's a good mix of cars really throughout the whole field. So, thrilling finish last week with Lucky there in his little Voxy. I don't know if he can do that with the Sirocco, but guaranteed he's going to get swapped off the line from what I've seen in practice this week. So,
yeah, that is the kryptonite of the VW. It just really can't launch, especially in these wet conditions. It just gets front wheel, just wheel spin, I guess. That's about all it gets.
Need to be hit harder than Thomas Randall on at the bend to get it going, I think.
All right. So who are we going to jump on board with, Harmons?
No, jump in mid-pack there, I reckon. I've actually... And
we're away as Lucky gets a bit of a shocker, as we kind of suspected there. But apart from that, it's a pretty even start throughout the field. Pagani actually taking the lead over ZD, who must have got a bit of a shocker, actually. And Macca all over the back of ZD, coming into turn 2, but stays behind for now as Pagani leads them round.
See how clean they can be on this first turn 2 corner. Can be a bit congested at times, but looks like they're playing pretty clean.
Gee, Ziti's alongside Pagani here for the outside of turn 3. He's put it all on the line there. He's got the inside for the next corner, but Pagani cuts his nose off as as Pagani does, and holds that P1 for now. So I expect these guys going at it for this race and the next one, just not giving each other an inch. But
I think you're 100% right, but it's quite interesting watching up here now that Lucky's got that Sirocco going. He seems to be climbing up through that field fairly quick. I think he might even be using Troy to help him along the way. So, maybe if we're working, obviously not teammates, but might be working a little bit together with each other.
Yeah, that's it.
Gives him a little nudge. No.
Lucky's on the move. It is one of the upsides to the Scirocco. It is pretty rapid in a straight line, as Troy just over-undered him going into turn 2. It was pretty nice. But up the front, we've had a change of the lead with Ziti leading the way. Gone a little bit deep into 4, but kept it on the road. But yeah, I don't think Pagani would be happy with that. He's not one to happily sit behind someone else.
Well, I think he may only sit there for a little bit and he'll get impatient and make the move. But his racing has improved a fair bit this season, but it's just one of those things. He's really got to plan his move and execute it at the right time, and I'm sure he'll do that to the best of his ability for sure.
That's it. I'm going to jump on board with Troy in 7th, actually, as he's going past Baker on the home straight here. And actually Lucky is getting a bit of a run on the lot of them. He might try and make this 3 wide, actually. Yeah, he has. He's gone right down there. He's given Troy a tap and sent him round. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. It was pretty unlucky there, really.
Definitely. I'm sure he regrets that move now. And it's one of those things about planning that move. I know, definitely not intentional, but sometimes you've got to live to fight the next lap.
That's it. As we've got the front 2 battling it out for first. Pagani had a little look there through turn 5. Just couldn't quite make it happen. And that's one thing I've found driving around this track.
Packers just gone around.
The rubbered up line, which is the racing line in the dry, has water that sits on it when it gets wet, and that becomes really slippery. So the racing line through the S's there, through 3 and 4, is really quite hard to control. So a lot of the guys are driving around through the middle of the track there.
Up the front there, Pagani's still not really making inroads on Ziti. Ziti still seems to have a pretty good lead there, comfortable lead, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And obviously with the weather planned for this race is to be wet all race, he's really going to have to adapt to these conditions, and he's only really got 4 laps there to have a crack to bring back that 1.3 seconds. Which I thought that Lamborghini would have done really well, being all-wheel drive system. Would have actually dominated, but...
Well, and see, he really gets a good exit out of the slow speed corners with that 4-wheel drive system working. Ziti just can't get the can't get the drive that Lamborghini can. Oh,
Oh, so close.
that was bloody close to the wall for Pagani. I thought that would have been over then.
As we all know, that's the suction fence, and it's like Velcro, as they all say, through the week.
Yeah, you get on it, and it's super hard to get off.
What do we got? Baker Boy going up from overtaking mid down the straight there in 5th now.
Yeah.
seems to be pushing on. I think mid may have had an exit issue, as Baker seemed to have a fair bit of speed on him there. So
Seedy had a little graze on the wall halfway through that corner. Pagani's found a little bit of time on him, but it's not enough to worry anyone. Zedi just seems to be playing his cards right at the moment. Just has to hold that gap and not do anything silly.
well, Troy's got back up to 9th, so he's having a crack to start pushing back through. And Lucky obviously redressed, but he's actually dropped off down now to 2 seconds behind him, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
As Troy hits the wall on the exit.
Just to bring that margin a bit closer. But yeah, back up the front, it's still 1.3. Pagani hasn't quite made inroads. I think that that McLaren of his is just has a lot of top end speed that Pagani can't quite hang with. But
Madruski had another spin on that final exit again, and lost 2 spots. Now he's dropped back down to 8th position, so he's having a shocker. So.
yeah, unfortunate for mid there. As we got a bit of
Troy's just got him.
yeah, Troy just went for a move on mid there. Mid's got the exit and gonna pass Troy straight back.
Might be a good little battle for a couple of minutes. I think this is probably one of the closest ones on the track.
Yeah, we'll stick with these guys. With Troy just closing up at the back of the mid here. Mid got a very good exit there. Actually, that was nice.
He did.
As we've just got Rum in front, doing his own thing there, keeping it consistent. As Mid did he hit the wall there?
Yeah, he had to back off a little bit. He was a bit snaky up on the wall, but he actually didn't spin it this time, so hats off to him.
Yeah.
But it did allow Troy to get that better run out of that last corner, so...
Yeah, that's such a scary corner in the wet. Just getting up close to that wall. Oh, there you go. Oh, I thought that was deja vu for Troy there. He's going to go round again.
Good thought there for Mid to back out of that, because he knew he didn't quite have it. So, smart driving there.
Yeah. Oh,
We've got Baker catching up to Palmer here from 5th and 4th.
yeah.
Baker seems to be going pretty smooth, and Palmer seems to be sliding around a little bit, but I'm sure we'll put the commentator's curse on there and change that one for him. But
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say the Ferrari is a little bit sketchy being mid-engine in the wet, especially into turn 2 there. It gets a little bit, how you going on the way in?
Yeah, I found, and I'm sure a bit like yourself, that it's real light inputs this for when you're in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
So coming into the braking, you've got to brake lightly. Try not to use your gears. You try and compression lock up too much, and you end up with going sideways. That's for sure. So
That's it, and that can cost you so much time.
That's for sure.
Just a little slide like that. But we'll migrate back up to the top here.
Yeah.
ZD has kept his lead of just off 2 seconds here. Pagani hasn't really had a retaliation, but the times these guys have been doing have been pretty impressive, really, hanging around a mid 22 all race.
That's very good driving, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really good. But if CD keeps it out of this wall on the right, I think he's going to take out race 1 as he rounds the last corner, tries to stay away from the puddles on the right, and ZD comes through for a well-earned victory in race 1.
Excellent.
Yeah, Pagani takes home P2.
Oh.
Macca, P3.
Palmer hit the
Palmer.
wall, but too far away.
Yep, Palmer takes 4th. Baker, the top 5. Utrolik 6th. Rum City 7th. Troy coming across the line just behind him in 8th. And Lucky and Mid 9th and 10th. With Packer and Spoke pretty close together here, but I think Packer's gonna hang on to 11th. And that's it. That's race 1 and done.
Definitely interesting what a bit of water does for you. It brings out the guys who've got that real good skill. You know, unlucky there for Broken Spoke. Obviously, very hard to drive in the rain in comparison to the guys who've got the manual gearbox. Having him in auto all the time, he probably doesn't get to set the gear. So it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. Well, with race 1 and done, we might run it over to Herbs for a few ads.
Definitely.
I'm a gamer, a foodie,
A boss lady. I am sporty,
outdoorsy.
outspoken. I am fashion.
I am old-fashioned.
What I am not.
Is the same.
But none of us are.
We are all individuals with unique interests, needs, and goals.
We believe that everyone should have the right to live the life they want for themselves.
Whether it be exploring the world,
Dog walking,
or binge watching their favorite show.
So instead of searching for the things that we do the same,
Let's champion the things that set us apart.
because we're not innovating for disabilities.
We're innovating for individuals.
And welcome back. Thank you very much to our sponsors who help us week in and week out. Without their help, we couldn't do what we do today. So, Almonds, race 2, mate. It's 35 laps, and I've heard it might dry out a little bit in the middle of this one. So, tell us what you think.
Yeah, no, I think as everyone knows by the announcement early in the week, we start off with a bit of rain. She'll dry out, she'll warm out, and then it's really who's got the biggest set of kahunas out there to put those mediums on and have a crack all the way home. So obviously the dry line might appear, but it's not dry across the whole track, and that's when mistakes can really come back to bite you really hard. So.
100%. It's what I say this all the time when a dry track is easy to predict, a wet track's easy to predict, but a drying track is really hard to drive on because you've got that drying line that appears, and if you just fall off that, it's deadly in these cars. Yeah.
I think I've spun probably about 8 times in practice thinking that I was right, and then no, I was wrong again. So I think we've all got a pretty good idea where we need to be. It just all depends if you fall under the pressure if someone does it a lap or two earlier, and do you fall to it and say, well, yeah, I better get in there at the same time. So, but look, a couple of different strategies can play out pretty well in this one, but let's see how it all works out.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a few strategies work here. I think the main goal is to start on intermediates. Wets might be quicker temporarily while the track's quite wet, but as the track dries out, you want to be on intermediates and stay on them as long as possible. And I've also seen people do a few stints on the slick tyre just to get a bit of a gap while the track's dry. So there's a lot of things you can do here, and I guess anything can really happen, especially when you've got likes of Pagani and Zedek in here.
Definitely. You happy to kick it off?
Yeah, I think they're waiting for people to tick in. We've got...
Just need Lucky.
Yep, waiting for Lucky.
No, I think once they all get out there, and it'll be interesting. I think it doesn't matter where you start at the start of this one. Honestly, you can probably take your time and actually build up some momentum and actually be consistent throughout the race. And I think if you keep getting those consistent times, you're guaranteed that you'll end up in a pretty good spot towards the end. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Not sure where Lucky's got to.
Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. Should be, but there's a couple of cars here that are quite quick in a straight line, and when you're in a track like this, like it's quite straight line orientated. So there's a couple of interesting ways you go about it. I'm sure the fast cars at the start, or sorry, the cars with the good traction will float up to the top, and they'll be quite well, do quite well. Sorry, in the beginning, and as the track dries out, you'll start getting all the quick cars come up to the front, and yeah, it's just about how brave you are on the slick tyre. How good you are in the wet on slicks as well. If you're a bit of a Jack Miller, you could start on slicks if you want. If you want a death wish.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'll get any takers on that one, but yeah, no, it definitely comes down to a bit of driving intelligence in this one, which honestly, a lot of different makes and drivers out there, and different levels of intelligence out there, and with their racecraft too. So, but they'll shine definitely for sure at the end of this race. But
yeah,
100% sure. Have you seen any messages about where Lucky's got to?
Not yet. But not sure if we'll go just yet. We'll hear and wait until he does come back, or we'll give it a little bit longer. Well, I guess if he's not here, I guess we've got to kick it off. So,
Yeah, send Pagani the message, mate.
all right. So, race 2. We've got a reverse.
Just got back.
Oh, he's just got back. Look at that. Luck of the draw that was. Yeah. So we've got a bit of reverse grid here, I believe. So we'll have Pagani and ZD down the back off the start. So be interesting to see where they get up to.
I think
from
maybe
the back
one of those two would probably be the key ones to jump on for the start, I feel.
Yeah.
And have a look. Which one are you leaning towards? Do we give ZD the honours since he took out race 1?
No, I'd go Pagani.
Yeah, Pagani? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's 4-wheel drive. It'll be good to watch.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Well, Pagani was all worried about getting going and he chose to start the room.
And he's... Yeah, anyway.
Come on, mate.
So, mate, where do you think... Yeah, where do you think Pagani's going to be? Oh, sorry, ZD's going to be after lap 1? Put some bets on the table,
He's going to
mate.
be in 4th position, mate. Oh, Pagani's changed the
ZD.
room settings again.
Yeah. So, you reckon ZD will be up in 4th?
4th position for ZD.
Yeah? What about Pagani?
Pagani, I reckon he's going to cause an accident and be 9th. How's that sound?
Interesting. I like it.
There you go.
And you think
you think
ZD will be
moment.
You think ZD will be the big winner out of lap 1?
Definitely could be, mate. Definitely could be. He's got a pretty good driving IQ. Well, they've actually both got a pretty good driving IQ. It's just sometimes they need to be a little bit more patient with some moves. But look, it's easy to say here as a commentator. It's another thing to be in the car and making that split decision. So I respect everyone out there for the right to have a crack when they've got a chance to do it.
Yeah. And Pagani's just started qualifying. So we're going to have to either wait 5 minutes or close the lobby and open another one just for the 35 lap race. There's no, I don't think there is a qualifying for the second race, is there?
It was. I'll just double check announcements to be sure. Hot lap quality, mate. Hot lap quality.
Hot lap quality, there you go.
Yeah. So,
Righto. So we've got Pagani leading the field around. Yeah, sorry, I must have got that wrong with the reverse grid. Anyway, we've got Pagani leading the way around on the intermediates. And we shall see how he ends up. Would you rather go for a slipstream here, mate, or would you try and get out on your own?
In this situation, I'd probably prefer to get a slipstream with a bloke that I know can actually generate a half-decent time. There's obviously getting a slipstream and then there's getting a hindrance too. So, honestly, Pagani's not going to let ZD be right behind him, and I don't think ZD would offer the other way around either. So, but
No.
mind you, MCDC's done a really good job in that Supra, and we all know the Supra's got a fair bit of leaks, so never know. You definitely be in the top 5, I feel. So
Yeah. So there you go. We might jump on board with Macca here in P2, as he just comes off P2. Corner 2.
He just made a heap of time on Pagani there on turn 2.
Yeah, he did.
So
As he comes into
Pagani may
turn...
be struggling for
Maybe.
a half-decent first lap. So
Yeah, well, it's only one lap quali, so
That's it.
this is what they get. But Mac has done that pretty well, actually. Those through the S's. Let's
Exactly
see
right.
see if he can back it up for this last corner. Hangs it round, close
well.
to the outside, leaving it in 5th gear. It's not too bad from Macca.
Yeah,
As he
no, that's
rounds the last corner there. Comes to the line with a 22.9.
well
Second
done. Pagani
over.
with a 23.9.
Yeah.
Madruski 23, Troy with 22.9. Oh, this is getting interesting.
Oh, ZD to the top with a 22.4. We got a few more people come to the line.
Yeah, they'll all play smash up derbies.
Yeah. And Frolic comes over the line with a 24.4. There you go.
Baker boy at a spin. All done.
Yeah. So that was a bit surprising from Pagani there. I would have expected him a little bit further up than where he qualified. Must have just had a bit of a shocker somewhere there because he's 2.5 off the pace. But great job for Macca there to jump up into P2 and Troy.
I've just put 1 lap only because ZD's gone for a 2nd lap.
Yeah,
Now he's backed out of it.
that's the go.
And he was up too on his last section. So.
I wouldn't have been happy with that.
No, definitely not. So, yeah, unfortunately, we just have to wait time for the countdown.
That's it. Yeah.
Here we go. Pagani and ZD playing smash up derbies again.
Playing silly buggers. Yeah, so I said, where would they be if they're starting at the back? But I'm going to say it again. Where will Pagani be after lap 1, mate? He's down in 7th. Where's he going to end up?
Nah, he'll still be down around that area.
Still
mate.
be 7th?
Yep.
All right, that's a big call, mate. I like it.
He's probably listening to us on stream right now and he's saying that almonds. Yeah, I'm going to prove you wrong. So,
yeah.
So he's trying to take ZD out already. So, but nah, look, at the end of the day, mate, bit of fun, bit of banter. We've all got to have a bit of muck around in this. It's not all for sheep stations, which we all know.
Yeah.
But definitely one of those things. So, who do you want to jump on now, considering jump on Pagani still, since he's starting off from 7th?
You know what? Jump on with Rum. He's in 8th. He'll have a good view of it all. That Merc launches quite well, so we'll see how he gets off the line.
Got to give Fangit Racing a bit of credit, mate. Those guys have done a really good job with their liveries and that this year. Like, everyone's put in a lot of effort, but I really do seem to like that Fangit Racing livery quite a lot myself. And I know my TDR boys will belt me for that one, but at the end of the day, mate, I speak my mind. So.
Hey, I know a guy would want to be your friend after you just saying that. But Rum getting a pretty decent launch off the line there. Jumps up into 6th. Pagani gets a mega launch into 3rd. That's a bit disgusting. Rum into 4th as well. He's riding the low line. I don't know how it's going to...
accident.
Yeah, here we go. Troy coming with a heap of speed here, trying to get around the outside
3
of
wide,
Baker.
turn 2, never worked yet in my life.
No, oh, here we go. It's all kicking off.
Well controlled, lads, well controlled.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah.
We got Rum a little bit defensive here into turn 3. Makes Troy go the long way round, who is holding it and doing quite well there. All Rum, little bit eager beaver on the power there. As it's a bit of Noah's Ark action, 2x2.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah,
I
and
like
we've
it.
actually had a change to the lead as well, as Mac has found his way into P1, jumping ZD in the process. So yeah, we've got single file. It's not settled down though. We might jump aboard with Palmer in 8th. Oh, sorry, Mid in 6th, who's trying to find his way around this Mercedes. But Rum, just having that slipstream from Pagani there, manages to hold it. I think what these guys forget is that it's a pretty long race. We're only on lap 2 or 35. We got Pagani racing for sheep stations at turn 2. He's gone way too deep. Oh,
He's held it in there.
yeah, no, that was pretty sketchy. Oh, have we got a right old battle for 5th here?
Yeah.
Rum, Lucky,
5th,
and
6th,
Baker
7th,
in
8th.
mid. Yeah, mate, got whole field in this.
Palmer's saying, I might have a crack at this too, actually, if Rum lets me in there.
Yeah, this is great racing from the
Very
Div
clean.
2 guys.
Very
Rum
clean.
holding it.
Oh,
Oh,
Palmer's lost it.
Rum held it around the outside of Baker there. That was very impressive from Rum. Good job, mate. Manages to hold P7 there. As Mid has a bit of a wiggle. Lucky's going to grab him. Oh, he's going to understeer into the barrier. Oh, they managed to hold it.
Just a racing incident.
Yeah, that's it.
Not too much in that.
Just ask Mr. Chief Stewart here, sitting next to me. He knows what he's doing. But look at this.
ZD's just slammed MCDC up the wall. He's redressing.
Yeah.
And now this is bringing Pagani and then back into it.
Yeah. Pagani and Troy coming back into it, and this is only helping Lucky in this angry gaggle behind.
Definitely.
Help close up. We might jump on board with 7th again, as we got Baker and Rum side by side. It's their favourite corner. Baker's going to try and grab Mid here. Oh, kind of backs out of it, which is a good idea. Mid's gone a bit deep. Can Rum get the exit? It's not bad out of there, the Merc. It's really decent, being a car that weighs just off 2 ton. It's got some traction. Oh, Pagani's in the wall at turn 4.
Yeah, I was about to say, while you were talking, he got the spot back off Troy with some really clever racing. And then he's brought it unstuck, so back to the drawing board again. Now, I think MCDC and ZD, if they work together here, they could probably make a pretty good gap between the two behind.
Pagani's just spun Troy. Just Troy went to the inside and Pagani went as well. And yeah, 2 came together there, and that's just unfortunate. If I was Pagani, I'd probably bump draft him, even though he did have a big overlap. It's only lap 4 or 35.
Yeah.
It's not one here. Anyway, they're not too bad out of that. They're kind of still in it. But we got Macca and ZD running away with it with a 2-second lead after that. Pagani. So this is ideal for these lads.
I must say, I'd say the one to watch here is Lucky. He's got up in the 4th, and he seems to be going along with a pretty good little momentum at the moment. If we can catch him there in his slip, anything's possible. And Troy's getting pretty aggravated at the back there. I'm sure he's pretty keen to catch back up and say hello to Pagani on the side window and have a bit of a chat while he's driving down the straight. So.
Yeah, give him a wave.
I'm sure they'll work that one out between themselves.
Yeah.
What What have we got
Yeah.
going down here?
Oh, it's all kicking off for 11th here. As
Yeah.
Palmer's just had the hip and shoulder into the wall. Wasn't too bad though. It's bit of a pinch point there if people go down low.
Yeah.
Palmer's got the exit though. Going to the outside. And there's a big puddle that forms on the outside there, which isn't the nicest thing to
He's
drive
got
on.
around.
He has.
Done well there, Palmer. Very well done.
The outside seems working really well here in these wet conditions.
Taking tips there, Mr. Goat.
Yeah, mate, always. Always
One
learning.
good thing about here, if you do get a chance to put your hand up and have a crack at commentating, you actually get to get a few little tips and thoughts for your own race when it's coming up a bit later. So it's actually one of those things, guys, if you're out there and you're keen to have a crack, just reach out to Tombo in the Discord chat, and more than happy to have a few first-timers come along and have a crack at commentating. It's not hard, just got to have a bit of a chat along the way, bit of fun, guys, so feel free to reach out and help out the league.
Yeah, that's it. If Armans can do it, anyone can do it.
Exactly right, mate.
So, there we go. So we got, back up the front, we've got Macca and ZD, the dream team, running away from the field. They're just doing their thing in a mid to low 22. This is ideal for them, really. Just run away from the pack and and just run their own races. And Pagani kind of in no man's land there, third, with Lucky just 2 seconds off him. They're going to have a lot of trouble trying to make inroads on the front two, working together.
Especially when they're pulling those 122s pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be a bit of a strategy race. You know, ZD's down 0.4 of a second, but he's still running a 122.8, so...
Could we go back to Rum in 7th and get a replay on that one? He's got a little bit of front damage there, so let's see if we can go back as far as he can. Right. Okay. Thanks, Herbs. But it's a little bit unfortunate for Rum there. He's found himself back in 9th. Lost a heap of spots there. But, yeah.
I think you can see what I'm seeing, Goat. There's a bit of a dry line starting to appear here.
Yeah, I am seeing. There is, yeah. So it's, how brave these guys want to be, and how early do you want to jump on the slick tyre?
Now that race we were in a bit earlier, that bloke who stopped on lap 10, how did he end up in that race?
Oh, Gimp. He came second.
Second?
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah.
So he jumped on the mediums and nursed it the whole way. And no, he did surprisingly well, just driving on that dry line.
Huge effort.
Yeah, that's a lot braver than me.
Definitely more braver than me, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah. But no, he made it work. You can make a lot of things work here, if you've got the talent and the patience. But not many of us have that.
Well,
But
it's not in my vocabulary, as you already know. That's always thought it was easier to find forgiveness.
rather than permission.
Yes, it seems to work pretty well so far for my first 50 years of life. So.
Oh, well that's the go. Whatever works.
Looks like Baker Boy's having a fair crack here on Packer. Starting to put a bit of pressure on him. Coming into the last turn. Always a hard one to judge that last turn when you're so close to someone.
Yeah. And he's found the dry line on the exit of that one, and it might be alright from him coming into turn 1. He'll try and bust a move here.
I call these the happy laps now, mate. It's the happy laps because every lap you go a little bit quicker because that track's dried out and you actually feel like you can drive the car again. So.
Yeah. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's yeah, and it's almost coming up to slick weather if you're a brave individual. But yeah, it depends how brave is.
Spoke's getting it together now. He's just went purple in his first sector, which, as I say, in the happy laps, you can probably expect that.
That's it. So we had a little change to the lead here with Zedi and Macca, as Zedi hit the fence in the last corner, and if I jump up with this, as we got Macca with a run, he might give him a bump. I suspect he would. Yes, he does. So they're still being friends so far.
See that though, Pagani's 1 second a lap faster than him there at the minute, down to his 120s.
Yeah, that's interesting. But we've got a change for 6th. There's spokes up the inside of Packer here. Oh, sorry, change for 7th. Packer's going to try the inside. Oh, that's the thing with this track. Inside doesn't work. Oh, it's it's all going on for 6th.
It is, isn't it?
Right, all different lines going through there. Everyone, yeah, trying out something different. That's the thing when it's trying out. You got to try all the different lines, see what works, what doesn't. Yeah.
Pagani's closed this up really well.
He has, actually.
A little bit of a mistake on the entrance to the last turn, which is going to cost him down the straight a bit, but...
He's purple. He's purple every lap.
Yeah.
Oh, Troy's actually the quickest guy on track at the moment. He's also catching up to the lead. Yeah, it's these top 5. They're Troy's only 3.5 off Zedi, but they're all closing up on each other, so it's all going to get a bit interesting in a couple of laps here to see what people do. Luck had a big moment into turn 2 there. Threw the thing through there like a speedway car. Yeah, managed to hang on to it. Oh, but we've got Pagani who's caught up to the back pretty much of Macca now. So this will be a bit of a sign to Macca and Zedi to put the hammer down and see if they can drop Pagani, or if Pagani will want to work with him, but I don't know if he will. Oh, big slide in the way into the last corner.
Oh, Troy's just got the last corner a bit. He's got off it.
There we go. Pagani closing up the back of Macca. He'll want to be with his sparring partner, I think. Yep, there you go. Straight up the inside of Macca. Nothing he can do there. Whoa, that was pretty close.
They play for keeps up there, mate. That's for sure.
Mate,
some good racing.
Nowhere really Macca could have gone there. That was lucky. But we got Zedi trying to get on that dry line, and then Pagani and Macca using the high line, and they're all kind of working out pretty similar, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've got to give Pagani a shout out for the hot lap this week. Thank you very much for doing that. But notice he's not taking his own preference, and he's taking the high line, not that early line in turn 2 though. So maybe he's giving us a bump steer in his hot lap.
I think he has. Oh my goodness.
These
Dives
guys are
to
really
the
good, aren't
inside. Dives to the inside in the last corner, which is looking pretty desperate for lap 12, I must say. But
one really good thing about this track though, while it is drying, you still got to find those cool spots to cool your tyres, don't you?
that's it. So we see everyone jumping up on that wet line just to keep the inters cool, so they don't wear as quickly. Well, Pagani's got to run out of here and see what he does with it. Ziti's going to hold it defensive as you like. But
It's going to be interesting to see where he goes here.
oh, give them a little bump, say hi.
That'll help Macca. Macca will just say, thanks guys, keep arguing.
Yeah, Mac is happy with arguing.
Just want a quick run through the whole pack again, just to give everyone a quick rundown. So,
Go on then.
obviously we got Ziti and Pagani there battling it out with MCDC at the top.
Yep, then behind them we've got another little battle pack with Lucky and Troy in it. If these guys can work together, they will be closing up to the top 3 at a rate of knots. I reckon they just need to close up and start making friends.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After that, we've got Baker Boy and from TDR with Broken Smoke. Teammates just working together the best they can. 2 different cars, obviously.
Yeah. And then behind him, we've got CS Packer. A little bit of no man's land. He's kind of behind Spoke, though. And then Frolic and Rum having a bit of a bump draft down the straight, working together.
5 seconds back from there, we've got Palmer there trying to play catch up with these guys, and really is in a little bit of no man's land. And then Mid must have made a mistake because he's another 8 seconds back from there. So back up the front, we've still got ZD here, and he's got more or less half a second up on Pagani. And I'm sure these guys will start thinking very soon on who's going to jump on the mediums first.
Yeah, the softs are available, but I don't believe they are necessary, really, because the mediums can last about 15 laps at least on the Merc, so that should be plenty if you're going from inters to slicks.
Just look at the fuel. ZD and Pagani are very similar in fuel, and then we got MCDC. Even though he's been out front for most of the race, he's probably got a little bit more fuel in his tank than the other 2 guys. And then Troy's probably matching Pagani and ZD. So
yeah,
and Luck's about to make a move on Troy, I feel.
Yeah, well, we've got Mid in actually on lap 15. So he will be jumping on some kind of tyre. There's the fuels going in now.
20 laps on mediums a pretty good ask.
It is.
He's going to go mediums.
That's it. Straight on the mediums. Oh no! He's just looped it out of the pits because of how wet it is.
That is the risk, isn't
no. It is. Oh, he's going to come on the track in front of these guys. This will be a bit hairy.
Pagani can't pass ZD under yellow.
Nah.
Oh no, what's he going to do here?
ZD's
played that very smart. Very smart.
Yeah. And that's
What's
so
going to happen
unfortunate.
up in turn 2 here? This is going to be interesting.
Yep. And Zeddy put that in the perfect spot.
Definitely. Got to give him credit. The racing here in wheel to wheel is really good to be able to actually anticipate that braking area, because these guys are running really close, and like we see it in other leagues as well. But it's a credit to the guys to be able to get around the track with very minimal mistakes and bumping each other off the track.
That's it. They've got very similar. Well, they could be closing at completely different speeds from the slipstream, and it's pretty impressive that they all pull up at the same time. As we got Pagani, mate, he scares me every time he gets up near that wall. I keep thinking he's going to put it in.
He's doing pretty well.
He's
got
doing
the slipstream on him now.
Yeah, he does a PB with a 19.3. They've kind of dropped Macca a little bit now.
I think he's doing that on purpose. He keeps giving him a little nudge just to say, keep going, mate.
Yeah. They're trying to run away from Macca. And yeah, Macca's doing everything he can to try and stick with him. Oh, ZD's hit the wall. And this is going to bring Macca straight back into it.
Macca's loving this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Pagani. Having
Give
a
him
look
half a
through
chance,
4.
mate.
That's it. Mate, not even.
Well, exactly right. Leave it apron 20 metres back, mate, and guarantee the hole's been filled before you thought of it.
We got Uthrolik coming out of the pits as well in 11th. He keeps it straight. Well done. Mate, he was holding that wheel dead straight as he came out of the pits. He knew. Yeah. Very, very conservative.
Well, I'll give you away my strategy. It's lap 18, mate, when I'll go in.
Alright.
I know it won't affect you, mate, because you'd be like 35 seconds in front of me by now anyway, so...
Well, I'll be in a different race as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
But we got Pagani going up the inside of ZD's.
Well raced, lads. Well raced,
Yeah.
both of them there. Like, gotta give them respect. There's a little slight touch coming into it, but obviously it was just racing.
That's it. That was very good. But
Mac
in the
said,
meantime,
thank you.
yeah, Mac is loving it. Oh, Pagani! Bloody hell. Oh, hey, he scares me. Where he puts his nose.
Can't say he doesn't put pressure on someone, mate.
Oh, yeah.
What do you reckon? Macca should try the undercut if these guys don't go in this lap?
No, I'd pit with him, honestly. Oh, yeah, Pagani's in the wall.
Pagani might go in there. He's red tyre. He's got a totally red front
Yeah.
tyre.
He'll be in. No, he's not. Stay
No,
out.
he's not.
That's interesting.
That is very interesting. Like, that front right is totally gone, so...
This is only good news for the likes of Troy and Lucky. Try and find their way back on the back of that pack.
It's quite interesting when you look through the field, the different tyre wear that's on the cars. So, you know, some of the guys got fresh back tyres, obviously, being front wheel drive, the other ones, and yeah, some of them are only one tyre that's been affected with them, more or less with MR cars. But yeah, it's quite interesting to see how people have to really react differently around the track.
The funny thing is, about the Scirocco, it hardly uses its rears. They actually go blue when it rains. Okay.
It's that cold.
Yeah, they get really cold. They're not doing anything.
So
yeah.
Baker Boys totally red as well. Oh no.
Yeah. I would expect Uthrolik to do quite well here, because he's in 11th.
Pagani's in.
Getting some quick lap times at the moment.
Yeah.
So I would expect him to jump up the order a bit when everyone jumps in.
So we've got Pagani in and we've got Lucky in as well. Same lap.
And Spoke.
And Broken Spoke. With the best
Right.
fuel of them all.
Here you go. Carney putting fuel in it now. He fuels up to about 65. That's just enough, according to the doctor. And we got Lucky, found a little bit of time out of there. About 3 seconds off the back of him now. But yeah, this is where you got to look out for those wet patches.
Yep.
When it gets super sketchy. There's the Trolloc puts in another 18-1.
He's cracking along really well, isn't he?
Oh, Lucky's gone round at turn 2.
Oh no.
He's getting on that wet patch.
He can Spokes coming up to the corner as well, so.
Oh. He manages to get going.
Got him.
Oh, that's such a shame for Lucky. He was doing really well there.
Definitely,
on the back of Pagani. He just had a...
And the front runners
15.
are all in. All three.
Yeah.
Interesting with MCDC, still 20 litres of fuel left.
Oh yeah. That's going to help him.
That's a cracker.
Yeah.
I know it feels like you're standing still when you're waiting for the bloke to put the fuel in.
I know.
So Baker Boy's out there again, and he's got 2 totally red tyres on his right-hand side of that Ferrari.
Oh, we've just had Pagani blast past ZD there. So that's, yeah, that's gone pretty well for Pagani. 2 seconds down the road. That's a real surprise.
Yeah, Baker definitely has to come in. He's still cutting 120s where everyone else is down that 118 mark, so... Sure he's got a strategy in his own head what he's working to.
But yeah, the lead at the moment, so that puts Pagani in the lead, I should suspect, after this.
Yeah.
So then there's 2.5 seconds back to ZD, a second back to Troy, so Troy's been a pretty big winner out of that, I'd say. And Macca, he's done okay, 3 seconds off the back. Spokes 9 seconds off the back of Macca, and then Lucky driving around the outside of Spoke onto the straight. Packer 4 seconds off Spoke, with Trolloc right behind him. Rum is 10 seconds off the back of Trolloc. Then we've got Palmer, and then Mid, who had that spin coming out of the pits, is 30 seconds off the back. So that is your order after all the pit stops. And we've got Spoke and Lucky going at it through turn 2 again. Lucky's just nipped down the inside, not mucking around with Spoke there. But that Scirocco has so much straight line speed over that Alfa Romeo, not much Spoke could have done.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's been too many tracks that have been really driven by fuel so much this race, like this season so far.
Yeah.
So obviously things that we can all play with and think about in the off season, but maybe if anyone got any thoughts out there, whether we can have some set fuel percentages at the start of the race to make it really interesting to see, is it the tyres that are going to win the race or the fuel that's going to win the race?
Yeah. Be a real mix-up, especially if everyone starts on a leader.
exactly. Oh, well. Who could drive at 80 k's around the first lap to get to the
Yeah,
fuel start?
that's it.
Don't rev it up in practice.
That's it. Yeah, you could burn it all at the line. Wait for the lights to go out. Yeah. But everyone seems to be line astern at the moment. I'll tell you
Troy.
our closest battle. Rum is actually going around the outside of Palmer here through turn 3. Palmer's going to try and hold it, but Rum's got it. Got it done. Well done, mate. Rum filling in for Baggins there. It's doing a cracking job in Division 2. So well done, mate.
Yeah, big hats off to some of those reserve drivers that jump up and fill in. Some of the other guys that are obviously, all having a well-earned break. These seasons can be definitely drag on sometimes if you've got a lot of other commitments going on in life, and that's the way Wheel to Wheel set it up. So we've actually got some reserve drivers there, so you can actually have a bit of flexibility with, they normally say life and work commitments. Well, to me, sometimes it's life and racing commitments, which is always good to see. So hats off to Rum filling in there, mate.
Yeah, cracking effort. But back up the front, we've got, I think ZD's closing on the back of Pagani here, at a rate of knots. ZD not holding back in that McLaren. He's really throwing that thing around just to try and catch up to the back of Pagani. And Troy following suit here.
Down to 1:15.7. That's pretty quick, ZD. Awesome lap time.
He's on it. ZD is on it.
These two are pretty seasoned about racing with each other. They've done it for a long time and had some cracker jewels over the time, and which is great because it gives everyone out there in the spectator world some really good racing to watch. So
yeah. Yeah, we've got ZD really closing onto the back of Pagani here. I think he'll worry about
wide.
Tyler. Oh, yeah, he just went a bit wide there. But he'll be one of those people to do a good lap time and then worry about tyre life after. Tyre life's a little bit of an afterthought. But that's okay. There's plenty of front right left on that McLaren, so he can afford to chuck it around a bit.
Another 1:15 in a row.
Yeah. He's on fire.
So 1:15.978 for Pagani being the lead car, and 1:15.939 for ZD following. So, cracking pace. You can't split that much.
No. Really good tyres for these lads. And I think that's our closest battle on packs. So
It is. I just had a quick flick.
Yeah, we might stick with ZD here. He gets a nicer exit there.
Yeah.
That was way better. And minimising distance on the run to the last corner.
Oh, it's a good run out of here.
Yeah, clicked into 7th. Wind this thing up and he's going to blast past it. Pagani put on the hazards there. Say hi.
Yeah, seen that.
Yeah. But ZD's going to round him up before turn 1, and bloody Pagani just loves just being so close with it, mate. Oh my god. That was nearly catastrophic. Just rounded off the right rear of that McLaren as he's going to try out the inside of turn 2 that it doesn't work, then ZD gets a better exit. You really want to be on the outside going into that corner. You can't make the inside work there. Same with the last corner. It's pretty weird.
Oh. Got Troy right in this pack now. Just gave Pagani a little bump on the last corner just to say g'day, I'm here. I'm going to come and have a bit of a play with you guys if you don't mind.
That's it.
And it's pretty cool to see 3 different teams, 3 different car styles, all jumping up there and having a red hot crack like lap 27, and there's 1 second between 3 cars. So,
that's it. You got Troy in a front engine rear wheel drive car. You got Pagani in a mid engine 4-wheel drive car, and then ZD's in a mid engine rear. It's just a big mix up.
Yeah.
Troy's got a big run on Pagani here. I don't know what he's going to do with it.
I nearly wait because Pagani typically go the middle, and then that's what you need to do is go up on the outside and take advantage of them both. Go for it, son. Go for it, son.
3 wide.
Well done.
Well done. On the outside.
That's the spirit.
Can he grab ZD here? He's gone super deep into turn 3. Look at this. From 3rd to 1st for Troy. HQ.
Mate, that's our Bunnings power pass moment at wheel to wheel. That's for sure, mate.
I reckon.
Cracking driving there, Troy. ZD said, oh, it's not over yet, son.
Yeah, ZD's grabbed the exit. Pagani's going to have a look at the inside, but it's not going to happen. Because Troy is just a machine. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh, he's got out of the wall. Oh no, I thought it was all over. No, but Troy, he's going to have another crack into turn 1 here.
Oh, he's thinking about it. No,
he's giving him a bump.
He says. And then, this is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I break that pack? Can I break that pack?
No one wants to be on the inside for turn 2. They've all learnt now, apart from Pagani. Oh no.
Oh no, we've got back traffic coming up, so...
Troy tried the inside again, and is Pagani going to grab him? There we go.
He's got him there.
Yeah.
Bit of a mistake.
Yeah, Troy, mate, that was brilliant a lap ago.
Especially if you look at the condition of his front right tyre.
Yeah.
He has next to nothing left. And
he's got the fastest lap of the race as well, the 15.7.
Cracking. Like, if there was nothing else worthwhile jumping on to watch the race, mate, just those couple of turns get the juices flowing.
That's it. Mate. Troy made it all worth it. As we've got Pagani still hanging onto the back, sucking the life out of ZD like a leech. ZD must be getting annoyed with him by now. Saying, just go away. Is Pagani, is he going to try the inside? No, he's learnt from that. It doesn't work. Now he's trying to get the exit from here. Let's see if we can nip down the inside. Thanks, Bear Robert.
See, he's up by 0.25. Purple up.
There you go, and we got Madriski here, which is only going to help ZD, I think, with a bit of a slipstream.
ZD's saying, come back here, son.
Yeah. Used as much of that as he could.
And he just says, I'm staying out of this, boys. You argue that yourself.
Yeah.
But saying that, ZD's about to lose his total front tyre.
Oh.
Totally red.
Yeah, and Garning's not far off that as well.
So this will be very interesting. They've got 4 laps more or less on red tyres.
And it might bring your attention to Macca, who's only 5 seconds off this little battle pack. But he's got heaps of tyres. Like he's got heaps of tyres on the right hand side. So he might be one to come back at the end of this race and really give these lads talking to. As ZD's lost his front right, so it's all downhill from here. Ed Pagani is not too far away. Oh, Pagani's found himself on the wall again. Jeepers creepers.
I reckon Broken Spoke's going to get lucky in a minute. If you look at the life on those Alpha tyres, which I absolutely love that thing for that. And then Lucky's totally in the red, mate. He's going to drag him up on the end of this straight for sure.
Yeah, look at the cornering ability of that thing. Up against the Scirocco. But the Scirocco...
I get frustrated, mate. I'm quicker in the wet than I am in the dry, and the people drive off me in the dry. So.
Yeah. Wait.
Finally got that mood.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And Alpha's flat out anywhere. Really? That's made all dry.
2-cylinder with 3 like rubber bands on it, mate. It goes alright.
Yeah. And a hole in the floor to push around like Freddie Flintstone.
Exactly right.
Oh, ZD's copped the wall on the exit of 5. That's going to bring Pagani into it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It's on. Bloody Pagani's rubbing him up. Oh.
ZD says, I'll have it back then, son.
I'll have it back. But they're all compromised for front grip. And no one can.
He's got a damaged front bumper. ZD is.
Yeah. And also, I'll bring your attention to ZD did a... Yeah, ZD did an 18.7 and MCDC did a 16.6. So, Macca is catching these guys at a rate of knots. He should be right on the back of them at the end of this race. If it keeps going like this, ZD's knocked Pagani into the wall a little bit. They got away with it. But, yeah. So you just couldn't make it work on the inside of turn 2 there.
Is there team rules that drive 25, you reckon?
Oh, you'd have to think Troy would see him coming and let him go because of how much he's been gaining. But yeah, maybe he might bump Troy up to these guys because Troy's got just as much tyre life as these front two. Yeah. But 2.5 seconds is a bit of an ask. Yeah. Well, actually, he's lost his rear right.
It's impossible the way those two argue. He has now, hasn't he?
Yeah. But if ZD and Pagani keep doing... Oh my god, ZD diving to the inside like it's bloody... I don't know, like it's the last lap. We got Macca and Troy, second single file. They could get a 1-2 here if they play their cards right. Just let these guys keep arguing in 1 and 2, and yeah, that's pretty crazy. I might bring your attention to everyone in the field has no front right apart from Packer. Macca's got a little bit and Spoke. Only 3 guys have tyre life on the front right and left, which is pretty astounding.
Can't say it just yet, but I can definitely stir on old Baker Boy and say, mate, the Spoke's been behind you all week. get into race pace that he turns his brain on, mate, and Baker. You should have
That's
gone
it.
and washed your TDR shirt earlier, mate. That's all you should have done. Wasn't hard.
That's it. But we'll go back to the battle for first here, as Pagani is going to the inside again for turn 2. Made contact with ZD. ZD's going to have a run on exit.
Troy's got a great run here.
Yeah, they're all here. Look at this. A 4-way battle. Troy's going
Troy.
to try round the outside of...
300.
Oh, look at this. Mate, up
Look
the
at
inside
this.
of everyone. Oh, wow. And Mac is going to get Pagani.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, look at that. A little bit of hip and
there's a bit of
shoulder.
argue.
Pagani didn't like that. Oh, wow. But Troy's going to have P2 if he keeps it out of the wall. And Pagani's got a bit of damage here, so Macca might be able to get the run on exit. Look at this. Pagani.
Watch it. Go,
Oh,
He's got
Pagani's...
him. He's got him.
Oh, Macca's got him. What a race. Pagani lose 2 spots on that last lap. He will not be happy with that. But Tom
coming over the line.
Yeah, with a broken spoke. Yeah, broken spoke P5. Lucky P6. Baker's run out of fuel.
Baker's out of fuel. Is he going to make it?
Oh, no.
He's lost
Baker's
it.
got him. Oh, he's just going to grab 8th, though.
He'll
From
be
hydraulic.
spewing.
Right, Palmer coming over the line with nothing on the right side of that car. For P10. Run with a brilliant drive for P11. And Medrisky rounding out the field for 12th. Mate, what a finish.
What a cracker.
Hey.
Never ever seems to disappoint what goes on in this league sometimes.
No.
Last week it was within, I think there was less than 0.001 of a second on the finish line between Lucky and then, some really good exciting finishes there as well.
Yeah. 100%. That was really good how Troy went round the outside of 2 guys there. That was brilliant. Amazing job, Troy. But yeah, I think we might wrap it up there and hand it over to Division 1. Do you have anything more to add there, Arms?
No, thanks very much for having me tonight. It's been a pleasure. It's been absolutely wonderful to watch some great racing, and all the best in your races tonight. And everyone out there, be sure to jump in and watch Goat in action in his Div 1 stream. That's going to be coming up at 7:30 tonight.
Yeah, that's it. That's something big to look forward to. But that's all from me. Don't forget to catch the Div 1 stream in about half an hour, I think it is. And